myself. Here you get. And every time I think about them, and then I look at what this world has turned to now, I think that used to probably that is the normal parental worries, where parents are so worried about their children. God knows how worried my own parents were when I was start. I don't think the world was this bad then. Now I worry so much for my children, and I encourage you to do same. And see, not just getting worried for your children, since you are aware of what's going on, worried and concerned, the next thing is to actually do something about it. You have to do something about it. If something happened to me right now, is Kofo going to be able to survive? Would my Bola won't survive? What about my morning Sola, Akinola, Abiyewande? So I worry for them. The world that they are going to exist and live in is the world that these criminals are destroying. Is the world that these my children who probably would love to live elsewhere than the Yoruba land where their ancestors, our ancestors, were buried. So if I don't talk, if I don't do something, if you don't talk, if you don't do something, everything will be lost. And these children, they probably will never know where we come from. So that's why we must all stand up. Always stand up. Speak out. Not because you have been affected directly. It is because when it will affect you, there may be nobody there to speak for you. That is why you are on Mayegun's Diary Political. Remember? Yeah. Hello.
Hello, Mr. Mayegun. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma'am. How are you?
I'm calling from England.
Brilliant. I didn't catch the name. Your name, sorry.
So on Twitter, they call me Jenster. So I'm going to stick with that.
It will be Jess, right?
Jenster. So I got frustrated by Nigerians' docility. So I canceled my Twitter account and just left them there. Let them keep whining until this whole Kenya thing. So I'm waiting to see if they will respond. If they respond, then the rest of us here in the UK. I was watching you. I was doing a course today, and in between the breaks and all that, I'll catch up once a while with you, and listening to you and stuff. And I don't know if it was today or yesterday, you said you want to watch if Nigerians would take this protest as seriously as the Kenyans would take it. That would determine how much you will support them and all that. Let me just say something. You are very correct. There are lots of us all over the world who are willing but waiting to see if the people who wear the shoe and know where it is pinching them, if those people are going to do something about their problem. If they do, the rest of us, from Manchester to Glasgow to London to Berlin to Stockholm to Atlanta to North Carolina,
even as far as
to Houston, George, if Nigerians will come out, the turning point I'm waiting for is when Tinubu will shoot, because we know he will shoot. When he sends his people to shoot, if Nigerians run as human beings should, but come back the next day, which is what Chibuike Amechi has been saying. I do not rate him, but there's something he has been saying, that the fear of the gun. The day we defile the gun, there's a video you played I don't know if it's this morning,
right,
where that lady, Namin, was saying, if they shoot us, we will change the focus of the protest and it will become Tinubu must go. Absolutely. And she said something. She said, if we do differently from what happened in NSAS, in other words, they kill people in NSAS, people went home out of fear. If they kill people this time and Nigerians turn up, right? That will be the watershed moment, because me personally, I will be in London fully this August.
Yes.
I'm in between jobs, so I don't resume until September on my new job. Saturday after Saturday, we will go and mark that. George Floyd will be a joke. George Floyd protest, the way George
I
Floyd
want them to know
protest
that
broke.
the level of
So
support and
you
response
see,
they are going to get this time around, if they
oh,
are really
but
resolute,
it all
if they
will
are,
be dependent.
you know what I mean, they will be
It all will
surprised.
be it's all dependent on the willingness of Nigerians to take this protest seriously. If those of them on ground come out, no beating of drums, no singing of foolish party songs, this is not a celebration. I saw a picture of someone that's
clearly stated, and you must insist on them, and you must, in fact, right, until something is done, you are not leaving the streets.
Yeah. And they can pace themselves. There's a mistake that they made. There's a mistake that they made during NSAS. They did not pace themselves. They kept insisting they would come out every day. That will burn you out. Look at the way the Kenyans have paced themselves. I remember then during NSAS, I would check on Twitter. This Reverend Sam Adeyemi, who had to run out of the country because Bulaba was going to come after him. He kept saying to them during NSAS, he said, pace yourselves. Don't worry, don't be afraid that you will run out of steam. I saw that fear that they were afraid that if they break 1 day, 2 days, people will not want to come on the 4th day. No. And Reverend Sam kept saying, guys, pace yourselves. Give yourselves some days of break. Come out again. Because what Tinubu is afraid of, what any government of any nation is afraid of, is numbers.
Yes.
Let me tell you, the late Queen of England, God rest her soul, and her family, I don't know what the issue was between them and Diana. After Diana lost her life and people were trooping out, I think it was 97. Was it 97? I can't remember. But people were trooping out. And the government kept advising Her Majesty that come and address your people. They are in sorrow. The clip that they show, I don't know if it's a documentary, Tony Blair had to go back to her to say, a poll has been done. 40% of people are saying if the monarch will not address them, there will be issues. Diana is that popular. Do you know she had to go with the response of her prime minister, even though she didn't feel like it. Don't joke with the people, people power, but the numbers matters. If Nigerians take this and play with it, then they are not a serious people. And I do not consider Nigerians as serious people. Generally, that is my opinion. I don't rate Nigerians when it comes to taking their civil rights.
You're not wrong. All of us are speaking from experiences, man. So
to a large extent, Nigerians are jokers when it comes to, let something happen to Mohbad. Hey, they will rush on the street, Mohbad, candlelight. But an election was stolen in their presence. Forget about whether you voted for any of the candidates. Your constitutional, when your democracy dies, your country is in trouble. I saw the video of a man in Kaduna that you put up recently that was being beaten because he criticized. That is what democracy is. Democracy means that when one person's right is violated, you hold the government to account. The elected government in Nigeria, the unelected government in Nigeria, they don't have fear for people. No. Any government that has lost fear of the people is no longer accountable to the people.
No. That's no longer government. It's now a tyranny.
Nigerians have to get ready. This is going to be a long battle. And they should be ready to pace themselves. If you come out for that initial 5-10 days of madness, pace yourselves. Give yourself another 10 days. Everybody go back.
Then you regroup again.
Go back. Go and sell in the market, make more money, stock your house. You go for another 2 to 3 days.
Again. Yes.
God bless you. You do it again for another 2 to 3 days. Yes. You pace yourself. But the moment one protester is killed because of the pain of NSAS, everything should change. It should no longer be peaceful.
Right there and then. Once one person is shot, that should change everything.
It becomes Tinubu must go. Yes, it becomes Tinubu must go. And from that point, no looting, no burning anywhere. But you see government facilities, government officials, free for all. Take the one you want to take. Because if you know the amount of pain in my heart, how Nigerians are treated less than shit.
Honestly.
Nigerians are treated less than frogs.
It's so unfair.
A toad. Foxes are protected in England. You can't just kill a fox.
No.
The life of a Nigerian in Nigeria is of less value than a fox in England.
Mm-hmm.
No hospitals, nothing. The way people are stealing.
Money is even going out of fashion. The way at which they are stealing.
I feel so sorry for Nigerians. Nigerians don't have an ounce of dignity.
No.
Nigerians have been raped, destroyed. My mom went to buy medicine, Maegu. Do you know that where they sell malaria now? All these Swiffer, this foreign products, that their products are good. You have malaria, you buy these good foreign products. You will see, you take it, you complete the dose. Many of the local products are not that the local companies are not good, but some of the staff there are copying it and underdosing, and that is part of what is killing. Because we Nigerians, we have our own, but unless we have a good government, we cannot deal with that nature of quick money, corruption.
But smartness, being smart. I'm a smart one. He's a smart guy. He's made so much money in NAFDAC.
It's nonsense.
It's nonsense. Made so much money in NAFDAC. That means he's put so many people's lives in danger for a buck of cash.
Michael, Singapore was in the same thing as us. The change came from the head. It did not come from the bottom. Michael, let me round up with this so that I can give other people a chance to speak.
Yes,
dear Nigerians at home, see, if you say you are afraid of death, that's why you will not come out. Let me bust your bubble. The number of people who have died as a result of bad governance between 29th of May, when this drug baron was sworn in, and today is more than 10,000 people.
No doubt.
Those who were on buses, I received a recorded message this week. A bus, Agofere, going from Delta State to another state, the people were kidnapped. I know a family friend who was kidnapped about 2 or 3 months ago with hypertension. He was killed in the bush. Name it, that same week, this same new week that I received that message, a recorded message of an Agofere bus, people have been kidnapped. I saw another one from Akwa Ibom State. I think the bus was going from Akwa Ibom to the southeast. 2 or 3 buses kidnapped. Maegu, the number of Nigerians that have died due to bad governance is more than 10,000. If Nigerians stood up,
we start picking those who died, who couldn't even pay their medical bills, all of that
alone. People cannot buy hypertension medication. So, Maegu, but if Nigerians had revolted from the day INEC announced results without evidence, you can't kill 10,000 people on video and the whole world will not call for you to leave office.
It's impossible.
If Tinubu kills 10,000 people, all Nigerians all over the world, plus people, the way the world was enraged by the pictures of George Floyd, by the time Nigerians were going on the street every Saturday in the Western world, it will be like a George Floyd. People that have never been to Nigeria, they will all come out on the street. Because if you kill 10,000 people, people will hit the streets in foreign nations. It is the United Nations that in America and Britain.
And remain the same.
It is America.
Not talk of 10.
You can't. America and Britain that supported Tinubu. We also, they are the ones that will tell him, boy, all we want is peace. That is all those people like this. You have to leave. If your living is the only thing that will make these people to calm down, please walk out. And that is what we must be ready to do, because this is 1 year of this man who he has increased our national debt by almost 70 trillion.
People should know that.
Almost 70 trillion he has added to the national debt in 1 year.
So by the time he is done with 4 years, ma'am, 4 years, Lisa said that we will be selling our children for food. I said,
hey. Do you know that people do not buy? Do you know that people do not buy the complete pack of malaria treatment again? My mom told me that they buy 1 sachet. If there are 2 sachets, you know the way you will have like an antibiotic pack, antibiotics. Yeah. There will be 2 sachets inside. You have to drink it 4 times a day to have the complete dose 5 days. My mom said when she went to the chemist, now what is happening is people buy only 1 sachet, only one of the, instead of the 2, they will open it and sell you 1 because they cannot buy the full 2. Over 700 businesses have left Nigeria. I was talking to a relative who does small business, hand to mouth, hand to mouth. I told her to put herself on video. I haven't seen her for 10 years. When I saw her, she looked like a HIV patient.
Like somebody who has no job.
She looked
That's
like
person who has a business. So
she has, Mayogu, she's suffering from marasmus.
hey.
This is somebody who sells protein. Somebody who deals on fish and all those things. Is suffering from marasmus. You have to be in war for the children in Nigeria to be suffering from marasmus. This is an adult suffering from marasmus. I had to be giving her money for this woman to come. I wanted to call somebody, say, go and help me buy a big, massive tin of milk. Because if I give her the money, she will use it to buy other food. I need to give her plenty of protein.
This health issue. I'm glad you just mentioned that before you go, right? I said something about health poverty a few days ago, right? Where people who have worked all their lives, right? And then now they are older. Some of them managed to build some houses. Today, because you mentioned the medication and the medical issue there, right? There are people who are rationing cancer drugs, ma'am. There are people who are rationing life-threatening, ailments, that they have to make sure that they use their dosages as at when due. People are now
diabetes, hypertension. Michael, diabetes, hypertension, malaria test, people cannot do. Malaria test, people cannot pay for. Malaria is eating. Let me go. So if the situation is very bad, if Nigerians use this chance to play, because now that the North has joined, me, I'm not interested in whether it's North or South. Anybody that agreed to join, let us push this man out. Because this guy is Escobar. This man in office is Escobar. He will finish this. He will finish Nigeria. By the time this Escobar is done, next year, it will be 4,000, not 2,000, to change a pound. Let me leave for other people, my ego.
Thank you so much, Milena. You the vex, and I want to hear more from you. Please, always find time to join us whenever you can, ma'am. Okay, I love this.
Thank you, my ego. Bye.
Okay? Yes, ma'am. Have a good one. Now, that's some words there. In case if you joined us while she was presenting that, I mean, if you sit down and you look into what people are actually going through, then the people that are going through this, if they see themselves and be like, "Oh, what's the worst you can experience now? What is that worst?" Okay, a lot of you have witnessed your loved ones die because of simple 5,000 naira, 10,000 naira that could save their lives. So when they tell you to stand up against these rogues, you will say they will kill you. Do you really think they can kill 10,000 of you for standing up to them and then still kind of exist? I don't think so. Hello.
Mayogu, good afternoon and good morning from here.
How are you?
Almost afternoon, sir. Yeah, Mayogu, there's something one guy just said. You know, he said that the Northerners are doing, it's like the Northerners are pushing this protest to push out Tinubu, to replace Tinubu, the power, to the power. I'm sorry, whenever people call in your program like this, although you don't select them, you always like people to voice out their opinion, for me, what he just said, I didn't buy it because the Northerners, the elites in the North, they are all scared now because they know what happened in EndSARS, that the Southerners are ready every time. The Southerners are just waiting to see the outcome from the Northerners because the Northerners, they have two things to push them down. They use religion, they use tribalism. Their own is to call. They're telling them that maybe they use Biafran war. These people, they want to take over again. You people will suffer. Look at what they do to Ahmadu Bello, your God. So you don't allow them. For them to put this protest into a mosque, Imam was saying, Inyamiri is also a provocative words. They don't need to. They don't use it, but for him to use it, that means, you see, let me say, Yoruba man is the president of Nigeria now. Igbo man, they pushed him away, and Ausana was the former president of Nigeria. the same party, APC. So when they are calling for protest now, Igbo said we don't want this protest. We are not going to join this protest. I don't know. I've not seen the mixture of this thing with the imam calling Igbos Nyamere, that is their protest, you know. So, but this guy that is
it's part of their usual ethnic
but
and all that. Mm-hmm.
I believe somebody will go and translate this thing or give these videos to that imam or to the northerners or elites. Let me tell you one thing. Ali Dume, they sacked. I was shocked when I saw this news. He said nothing but the truth, and you can see the fears in their eyes because they know that people that in abroad are more angry than the people that they are meeting, that dealing with in Nigeria, because Nigerians are scared. They can kill them, they can do anything to them, you know. But in abroad, that their private jet cannot land. You know, last NSAS, they fished Tinubu out from hotel in France. Now, like one of the senators in Kenya said, these people, these guys, you don't know what you are dealing with. These guys, they can track your flight. They know your hotel. They know your movement. They know where your children. They know your houses. So